Samantha Carter, Lily Greene, Harper Shaw, Mia Torres, and Chloe Carter, 5 best friends flew to Dubai for a luxury bachelorette getaway. But only 4 came back. What started as champagne and selfies ended in blood and betrayal when Samantha's severed head was found inside a gift box labeled asterisk for the bride. Asterisk behind the glamour was greed, jealousy, and a secret worth killing for. This is the shocking true crime story of the Bachelorette Butcher of Dubai. The Crime Scene presents a new page of crime, a new mystery, a new shock case. Samantha Carter was the kind of girl who looked like she had it all figured out. The big city apartment, the perfect fiancé, and a social media feed that screamed goals. When she announced her bachelorette trip to Dubai, the internet went wild. Everyone wanted a piece of that glittery fantasy. Champagne skies, designer heels, and yacht parties under neon lights. Her 4 closest friends, Mia Torres, Lily Greene, Harper Shaw, and her half-sister Chloe Carter, were tagging along for what was supposed to be the ultimate girls' getaway. On the surface, it looked like sisterhood and sunshine, but underneath, it was all fake smiles and quiet grudges. Chloe felt like a charity invite. Being Samantha's half-sister meant always living in her shadow. Mia was drowning in debt, pretending her designer bag wasn't rented. Harper had been secretly seeing Samantha's fiancé for months and came just to make sure her affair stayed buried. And Lily, the mysterious one, had a past she refused to talk about. People said she had money coming from somewhere, but no one dared to ask where. When they touched down in Dubai, everything shimmered like a movie set. Their private villa glowed against the skyline, the kind of place influencers only dream of tagging. The girls clinked glasses by the infinity pool, their laughter echoing over the city. But the energy was off. Samantha's smile was too tight, her eyes darting toward her phone every few minutes, like she was waiting for something or someone. That night, as they toasted to forever love, Chloe noticed the way Lily's hand trembled, how Harper kept glancing at her phone, and how Mia's smile didn't quite reach her eyes. Beneath the glitter and gold, there was something rotten brewing, and Dubai, with all its shine, was about to expose every dark secret they tried to hide. The villa was a dream straight off a luxury magazine cover. White marble floors, glass walls overlooking the blue Gulf, and a rooftop pool that seemed to melt into the skyline. Samantha called it heaven, but Chloe felt something off the moment she walked in. The air felt too heavy, the silence between the girls too sharp. Everyone was pretending, trying to hold on to the fantasy that this was a celebration, not a collision course. Mia kept her phone glued to her hand, whispering about bills and overdue rent while claiming everything was fine. Harper spent most of her time on FaceTime, always stepping outside when Samantha entered the room. Chloe noticed how her voice softened when she thought no one was listening. And Lily, she was the wild card. At night, she'd vanish for hours, coming back with smeared lipstick, eyes glassy, and a faint smell of someone else's cologne. Samantha tried to keep control, planning beach days and dress codes, but everyone was distracted, tense, like they were each living a different version of the same trip. On the 3rd night, Samantha's diamond engagement ring disappeared. Panic spread like wildfire. She accused Mia first, then Chloe, her voice cracking with frustration. Harper tried to calm her down, but her tone dripped with guilt. Lily sat quiet, her gaze fixed on the floor. Later, Samantha's passport went missing too. She tore apart her room, crying that someone was trying to ruin her. By then, the group had split, trust gone, smiles forced. The champagne lost its sparkle, and the laughter turned into whispers. No one slept that night. There were footsteps echoing down the hall, hushed voices behind closed doors, and a strange clicking sound that no one could place. Something was unraveling fast, and by morning, paradise wouldn't feel like paradise anymore. The morning sun poured through the villa's floor-to-ceiling windows, turning the glass walls into mirrors of gold. Chloe stumbled out of her room, head pounding from too much champagne and too little sleep. She was planning to grab coffee when she noticed something strange on the dining table, a massive white box wrapped in a silver ribbon, sitting dead center like a wedding gift. The tag read, "For the bride." For a second, Chloe thought Samantha's fiancé had sent it as a surprise, but something about it felt wrong. The air felt thick, almost electric. She called out for the others, her voice shaky. Harper appeared first, yawning, her mascara smudged. She tugged at the ribbon playfully, saying it must be some PR package, maybe a brand collab. The lid came off easily, almost too easily, and the second it lifted, the room fell into chaos. Inside, surrounded by a bed of white roses, was Samantha's severed head, her once perfect curls matted with blood, her mouth frozen mid-scream. Harper dropped the lid and backed away, trembling, her hands stained red. Chloe's scream echoed through the villa as she collapsed, clutching the edge of the couch. Mia rushed in and threw up on the floor the moment she saw it. Lily stood in the corner, silent, her face pale but unreadable. No tears, no shock, just an empty stare that made the others shiver. Within minutes, neighbors heard the commotion and called the police. By the time Dubai authorities arrived, the villa was a crime scene. Blood traces near the pool, shattered glass in Samantha's room, and footprints leading to the kitchen that didn't match any of the girls. The dream trip was over, and reality was now a nightmare carved in blood and perfume. Samantha Carter, the bride everyone envied, had just become the centerpiece of Dubai's most chilling mystery. The interrogation rooms at the Dubai police headquarters were cold and spotless, a stark contrast to the chaos inside each girl's mind. One by one, they were questioned for hours, and as the detectives peeled back their stories, the picture got darker. Harper cracked first, her confidence dissolving under pressure. She admitted she'd been sleeping with Samantha's fiancé for months, sneaking around behind her best friend's back. She said he'd promised to leave Samantha after the wedding, but suddenly cut her off when the engagement went public. Mia's confession wasn't any cleaner. She was broke, buried in debt, and Samantha had promised to help, until she didn't. They fought about money just 2 nights before Samantha's death, and Mia had screamed that she deserved everything coming to her. Chloe's story sounded like pain wrapped in resentment. She wasn't even supposed to be in the bridal party. Samantha only invited her to keep the family peace. Growing up in Samantha's shadow had been torture, and the night before the murder, witnesses heard them fighting about their father's inheritance. But none of it compared to Lily. Her story didn't make sense. She claimed she had gone to meet a friend the night Samantha died, but no one could verify it. Her dress had faint blood traces near the hem, and security footage showed her leaving the villa at 2 a.m., carrying something wrapped in a towel. Still, she didn't flinch when confronted. The gift box had no fingerprints at all, no trace of Samantha, no trace of any of them. It was like someone had wiped it clean with purpose. The detectives started suspecting this wasn't just a drunken rage or a jealous meltdown. It looked staged, meticulous, theatrical, and terrifyingly personal. Whoever killed Samantha wanted it to be remembered forever. Detectives knew Samantha's villa held more secrets than the girls were willing to spill, so they started digging into what she had left behind. Her phone, her laptop, her cloud backups. What they found was a whole other story hiding beneath the filtered photos and fake smiles. In a private group chat called Bride Tribe 2025, messages revealed months of tension and betrayal disguised as friendship. There were screenshots of arguments, voice notes full of threats, and one chilling message from Samantha saying, "If I go missing, it won't be by accident." But the biggest discovery came from a series of encrypted messages between Samantha and a burner account traced back to her fiancé. He wasn't who he said he was. He was already married in the US, and Samantha had found out. She'd recorded videos of him with another woman and planned to expose him after the wedding, demanding hush money to keep quiet. The last message he sent her read, "You won't ruin me. Not you." The detectives also found out someone from the group had been in contact with him using a different burner phone, setting up secret meetings and money transfers that didn't make sense. When police tracked that number, they discovered it belonged to Lily, but her phone was gone, factory reset, SIM card destroyed. Mia swore she saw Lily throw something into the ocean the morning before the murder, but no one believed her until divers found a waterproof case washed up near the marina. Inside were corrupted voice notes, a photo of Samantha crying in her room, and a blurry image of what looked like the silver gift box sitting in the background. It was becoming clear, this wasn't some random outburst. It was a plan, a setup, and someone close to Samantha had been helping from the very start. 3 days after Samantha's death, when the media frenzy was at its peak and the police were still piecing together clues, A construction crew working outside Dubai stumbled upon something buried beneath the desert sand. It was a blood-stained suitcase, half torn open by machinery, the stench of decay leaking into the air. Inside lay Samantha's wedding dress, shredded and soaked in dark, dried blood, along with her diamond ring, a half-empty bottle of champagne, and a prepaid burner phone. Forensics quickly tied the suitcase to Lily. Her fingerprints were all over the handle, and the prepaid phone SIM card had been purchased with her passport. Detectives raided Lily's hotel room across town, where they found a fake passport, stacks of cash, and a one-way ticket to Cyprus for a flight leaving that night. It looked like she was ready to vanish forever. But then came the final blow, the villa's hidden security system. The chandelier above the dining area contained a small camera meant for monitoring staff, something none of the girls had noticed. When police recovered the footage, every secret spilled out in brutal detail. It showed Samantha confronting Lily in the living room, holding her phone out with a message thread that exposed Lily's connection to the fiancé. The argument turned violent fast. Samantha tried to leave, but Lily grabbed a champagne bottle and swung. The hit was fatal, sending Samantha collapsing to the floor. Panic set in. Lily cleaned the scene, staged the body, and arranged the box with horrifying precision, trying to make it look like a ritual killing. But the camera caught every second. The blood, the fear, the cover-up. It wasn't a kidnapping or a random murder. It was greed, betrayal, and panic wrapped in designer clothes and diamonds. The perfect friendship had turned into the perfect crime. Lily never made it to her flight. She was caught at Dubai International Airport just minutes before boarding, dragging a Louis Vuitton suitcase filled with cash, designer clothes, and Samantha's engagement ring tucked inside a makeup pouch. Her arrest made global headlines. The Bachelorette Butcher of Dubai plastered across every news site. Under interrogation, Lily broke down but still denied being the killer. She claimed Samantha's fiancé had ordered the hit after she tried to blackmail him, insisting she was just the middleman who lost control. Detectives didn't buy it. The evidence was stacked against her. The blood under her nails, the footage from the chandelier camera, the fake passport. Yet there was something chilling about her final statement. I didn't cut her head off. Someone else did. The fiancé, Daniel Hayes, refused extradition from the U.S., vanishing 2 weeks later after draining all his accounts. Harper disappeared from social media completely, rumored to be in therapy. Mia gave an exclusive interview, crying on camera but cashing in big. Chloe returned home and tried to rebuild her life, haunted by the image of her sister's head in that box. Dubai authorities eventually closed the case, officially naming Lily the sole perpetrator, but the whispers never stopped. Locals claimed the villa stayed cursed, rented, then abandoned again and again after guests reported strange noises and flickering lights near the dining table. Samantha's final Instagram post still sits online, frozen in time. Her standing on a yacht in a white bikini, smiling under the Dubai sun with the caption, "Best weekend ever." Comment sections turned into graveyards of heartbreak and horror. What was once a dream trip became a cautionary tale about envy, greed, and betrayal dressed up as friendship. Beneath the glitter, the truth was simple. No one really knew Samantha, not even the people who swore they loved her.